Hello everyone. I am in the midst of meal prepping. I'm going to tell you already that this one is going to take longer than some of my current ones because I have not done any pre-prep at all, and so I'm just working some stuff out. I'm still trying to think through some of my recipes even while I'm doing this. So it's going to be a little sporadic today, but you know, it's all good. You guys hang out with me. And but today we're going to be talking about, I need to take my rings off. Today we're going to be meal prepping a few vegetarian dishes and a few non-vegetarian. So there will be chicken in today's meal prep. I'm going to be using a few new things today. I'm going to be using tofu. First time ever using something like tofu. So tofu is going to be on the menu today. So it's going to be pretty fun. Doing some stuff I haven't done before. So I invite you guys to come along for the ride. It should be fun, and yeah, I'm looking forward to it. So what I'm doing now is I'm prepping some vegetables for a chicken soup that I'm going to be making. And so I'm getting those vegetables prepped for that. And I need to take out a whole bunch of bowls because I'm always making a mess. And hey Paula, how are you? So with my chicken soup that I'm making today, it's going to be just your basic vegetable chicken soup. And add a few things in, not some broccoli. It's going to have some celery, onions, carrots, and some zucchini in there. And so that should make a pretty good soup. Celery is always so dirty, so make sure that you clean your celery, because celery is always very, very dirty. And so want to make sure you clean that as you go. It was so dirty, it got my little workspace dirty over here. So today, so as some of you guys know, I'm doing a vegetarian challenge, which is also related to the Daniel's fast. And so I'm doing that. Everyone in my house is doing a different level of challenge. So let me see, good, rally for dinner. So Jaheem, part of his challenge is that for dinner and on the weekends, we don't eat any food outside the house. So he's cooking all his food. He's actually got some food in the oven right now that's cooking, and he got some broccoli that he's making. So that's what Jaheem has going on. Clarence, his fast is not eating beef or pork, which is huge for him because we are huge steak eaters. And then mine, I'm doing no meat. So, so we all have our own levels of fasting going on and stuff. And so we trying to get life right over here and stuff with our food. So right now I'm chopping up vegetables for Clarence's chicken soup, and I'm actually going to put it in the Instant Pot for his, so that will be really quick and easy. I love my Instant Pot, pressure cooker, whatever you got, it all works the same. Johnny, did you look at what time you put your chicken in the oven?
No, I didn't.
Oh, okay. And so for this vegetable soup, the biggest thing with the vegetable soup is, not vegetable soup, we got chicken in it, is I'm trying to get as many vegetables in it as possible because that will help the heartiness of it. You just don't want all broth because it won't get you completely full. So I try to include as many vegetables as possible. And Clarence eats way more vegetables than I do. And so, like, for instance, zucchini's going in his. I don't eat zucchini. Jaheem, do you eat zucchini? Jaheem said he don't eat zucchini. Have you ever had zucchini?
Yes, I did.
Okay. So I will eat zucchini when it's in something. Like, you know, with this this soup, I would have eaten this if it's in something. I'm just not a roasted zucchini person, or a person who's gonna have like zucchini on the side. That ain't gonna be me. So I am just getting the vegetables together, and I'm gonna put those in in there with some broth. I got some vegetable broth and some vegetable bouillon. No, I'm trying to see if this is like my cucumber. That's a cucumber. That ain't no zucchini. That was almost a fail. It almost didn't work out, y'all. Hold on. Joaquin, did you steal my zucchini?
I like it.
Whatever. Okay. Listen, I thought that was zucchini. It was not. That celery something. I have to look at it. Oh, here's my zucchini. So I'll look at that comment in just a minute. So I'm going to get the zucchini in here. And with this one, is again adding some more color to it, stuff like that. And it's just rough chops on this kind of stuff. These are just rough chops. You don't have to do them any particular kind of way. You don't have to do any of that kind of stuff. So I'm going to get this in here. Oh, my hands are all dirty. So as I'm doing this, I know I always talk about, people always send me messages about recipes. I never know recipes with any of this stuff. So I apologize in advance. Yeah, I apologize in advance because I never, ever know recipes when I'm doing it. Joaquin, what are you doing? What are you working? What are you making? Broccoli? Okay, Joaquin's doing broccoli. Making up some broccoli behind me. And then I need some onion for, because you got some soup, you gotta have some celery and onion. That's just gonna be right. And so I'm gonna put some onion in here as well and get that going. And but yeah, whenever and with soups and stuff, you really can make it your own. You decide what you want in it, and then you go from there. That's the big thing. So so then you decide. So with this one, again, I'm just doing some rough chopping stuff for this, and then putting it all in the bowl. So all this bowl is going to go in the pressure cooker. So that's what we got going on here. And so usually I try most of the time. Johnny, what? Okay, I'm sorry, I got distracted because come over here, Johnny. I want y'all to see what I looked up and what I saw that got me distracted. So he's in the corner with this big bowl, and I'm trying to figure out what he's eating. It is broccoli and what's in it?
It's broccoli and butter.
Broccoli and butter.
And salt.
And salt. You didn't put any cheese in it? Oh, you didn't even got cheese.
That's
Okay.
nasty.
Lies, you tell. Lies that it's nasty. So I didn't know what he was eating. I didn't know what was going on. So yeah, so we got, whoa, Lord, you have to tell me when you're opening the thing now. So yeah, so I'm getting ready. So he has chicken in the oven. Where's my, oh, you have the oven mitt. Okay. Hey, keep that parchment paper. I'm gonna use that parchment paper again. You're just gonna take the chicken and put it on top of your broccoli, aren't you?
Yep.
I knew you were. I just, okay, let's do this. Let's do this. There's chicken. What? No, go. I'm done. Get away from me. Get away. I'm done. I have nothing else. I have nothing else.
Thank you. I actually needed that.
You needed what?
That.
That what?
That paper.
Why?
I just want to cut my chicken up and make food.
Here, don't touch this. Here, take this with you. Take paper. Okay, well, don't touch it. It's hot. Okay. It is, I'm telling y'all, it's crazy in here today. All right, so I need to get my Instant Pot going for my chicken and everything. So let me move out of the way, move out of the way, move out of the way. Okay, so this is the Instant Pot that I'm going to be using. So this is the Instant Pot here. And this is really, really easy. I'm just going to put those vegetables in here. That's all that is. Put those vegetables in. That's where that's going. And then I have some chicken broth. So I'm sorry, some vegetable, have some vegetable broth, and well, I think I have two things of vegetable broth. Yeah. So I really could use some chicken broth with this, but I'm just going to use some vegetable broth. It doesn't matter which one you use. It's the same thing. So I'm going to put some broth in here as well. And this one is unsalted vegetable stock. Is what this one is. So I'm going to shake that up a little bit. And I'm just going to put this in here with those vegetables that I just did. And that's roughly about half of it. And then the cool thing about something like the Instant Pot is I have some frozen chicken left that I just dump in there. Listen, that easy. And then I have some garlic that's going to go in here as well. What do you want? Do you want to come and do a commercial for yourself? Okay, well, you're not going to do it. Okay. So, put some garlic in there. And then I'm just going to toss it just a little bit, just to get the vegetables and everything mixed up with the chicken. So, you know, once this all gets going, it will be absolutely great. And that chicken is going, because it's pressurized, that chicken is going to basically be shredded apart. It's how easy this is, because that's how the pressure cookers are. They just basically just shred that apart. And so I got that going. So then I'm going to add the rest of my, the rest of the stock in here. I don't add any more seasonings right now. I'll taste it later to see what it wants, because whenever you're pressure cooking stuff, the seasoning intensifies, and so a little season goes a long way in something like that. So I'm going to put the top back on this. Hold on, where's my top? Oh Lord, I'm trying to get my top together, y'all. There we go. Make sure it's sealed. So there's a little thing right here that lets you know that it's sealed. And then you kind of go for, oh, no wonder this is not the right one. This is the other pressure cooker. I don't usually use this one. I thought it was my Instant Pot. Okay. Well, today I'm going to be using it. So this is Clarence pressure cooker, and I normally don't use this one. But we will see. I'm going to, you can't see me over here in the corner. Let me see if I can move the camera so you guys can see me over here. Oh, Lord, I'm messing stuff up. Hold on. Let me get me back going. Okay, so that's where I am. I'm over here. I keep messing stuff up. Hold on, y'all. Woo. That's why I need an assistant, y'all. So that's where I am. I'm over here. So I'm going to put this one on, let me just do a time. Let me see. Cook time. And I'm going to do 45 minutes on this. And I'll let this one cook. And, okay. So now it's getting ready to go. I got to figure out, let me see, release. And it's on close. Everything's good with it, I guess. I'm telling you, I don't use that one, so I'm all befuddled. So then I'm back over here. Here's where I'm gonna be, back over here. I hope this pressure cooker work. If not, I have to put it in my Instapot. Trish, I got you, girl. You just let me know. I got you. I'm all over it. I'm all over it. The next thing I'm gonna do is another one of Clarence's dishes. Well, it's just a sheet pan meal. This is so easy. I'm actually going to use the pressure cooker that Jaheem was using, and I'm going to just put 2 pieces of chicken over there, and I'll show you. And so this one is really easy. You can do your chicken, your vegetables, everything at one time. So I'm going to put some vegetables over there and season everything, and it's just a really easy way that you can create a meal really quickly. So the sheet pan meal is all that because all you're using is one sheet pan. Your one sheet pan is all of your food. So that's what I'm going to do with this second thing is the sheet pan meal. So on his sheet pan meal, we're going to do chicken, we're going to do some green beans and some mushrooms. I'm going to do some carrots and maybe some broccoli. And let me see if I have any sweet potatoes or any potatoes up here. I have both. So I'm going to put these, and again, this is all on a sheet pan. So this is a cookie sheet. I got some parchment paper, and this is what I'm using. So let me move stuff down so you guys can see everything. So there we go. So for this sheet pan, this is just a cookie sheet. I'm going to season the chicken, and with the seasoning, it really depends on what you have. So for mine, I have some garlic powder, some celery salt. I have a lemon pepper, parsley, Italian. So let me see, I'm gonna make me something up with these seasonings. So I'm thinking 1 lemon pepper and let me see, black pepper. Black pepper, I need that one. This is definitely that one. Chili powder, salt, paprika, oregano. So I'm going to do for 1 sheet pan, I'm going to do a garlic. Ooh, wait a minute. I have, this is a Parmesan garlic. I'm going to do 1 in Parmesan garlic seasoning. And the other one I'm going to do in a different seasoning. Let me see what else I got for seasonings. I got a zesty herb. So I like to keep my marinade packets sometimes because they're good for seasoning. So I'm going to just take the chicken and I'm going to season both of them. And again, different seasonings for each one. Different seasonings for each one. And I'm going to use a glove so I won't have to keep going back and forth to wash my hands. So on this first one, now first of all, of course, they both got to get some salt and pepper. So that's just important. They both got to get some salt and some pepper. And I'm doing one side at a time. So that's one. And so this one over here, I'm going to do in my zesty herb seasoning. So this one's going to be my zesty herb seasoning. And I'm just going to put some on there like that. Get it all good on one side. And then on my other one, I'm going to do my Parmesan garlic seasoning. Now this one is a little thick. So, oh, there we go. All right, so once you get your seasoning on, so I got my seasoning on this one, I'm going to turn it over. I'm going to move this one to this side over here. And so I'm going to put some more of my seasoning over on this one. And then I also put need some more pepper. And again, this will be 2 different meals, 2 different flavor profiles, but it's still chicken. This is an easy way to do stuff like this when you like want different flavors and stuff. So I'm just gonna rub this in on this side a little bit, and then I'm gonna turn it over. And then I'm gonna salt this one. Put some pepper on it. What I do with my pepper, I'm always putting stuff down, forget where I put it. And then I'm gonna put some of the garlic Parmesan on the other side. So this is gonna cook in the oven just like this. So again, 2 different meals. And so you take that, let that be on it. And as it cooks, these seasonings are going to flavor the chicken. So that's what that's doing. That's flavoring the chicken. So for Clarence, there we go. We got his 2 right there. Okay, so I'm done with the chicken. So I can take my glove off. I'm done with chicken. So let me put some stuff up because or else I'm gonna be done made a mess. And I took all these seasonings out. I really didn't even use them. But I will put a little parsley on it for color. You always can do a little color on stuff. And both of these, let's see what else we got. Oh, the Italian. Italian will work well with that garlic, with both of them as well. And so the more flavor you can get, the better when it comes to stuff like this. And let me see. Now with the Parmesan garlic, I'm gonna put a little garlic seasoning on that one. A little one. See, stuff like this goes on everything. Then the rest of them I'm not gonna use. So I'm gonna put this stuff back. Now, this is when you get to your vegetables, okay? So I'm gonna do 2 sweet potatoes first. And these are tiny ones. These are small sweet potatoes. Two sweet potatoes. And make some room. Ooh, don't fall. And I'm just gonna slice these. I think I only need 1. It's gonna be 1 sweet potato, not 2. So I'm gonna slice it. And as you want to, they're gonna cook for about 30 minutes, okay? So you want these thin, and I'm just gonna put a layer of the sweet potato. And let me give me a piece of trash or something because I want to move this chicken back some to give room for all my vegetables. Okay. So I'm gonna put my sweet potatoes down, and so there will be a row of sweet potatoes here, right here, and then I'm gonna do me 2 white potatoes because they look a little small, so I'm gonna do 2 white potatoes. And again, this is all going on the sheet pan. It's all going on the sweet pan. So I'm gonna slice just some regular potatoes. Now, we usually do on a daily basis a low carb lifestyle. So on a normal day, we may not eat both of these. So like if he's eating these, one day with the chicken he may eat the sweet potato, one day he may eat the white potato. It just really depends. But one thing that we've learned in our life is balance. So there are some people that we work with, and not work with as in our job, but some people we work with as like mentoring and counseling, that their diet cannot have any potatoes in it at all because they have insulin issues or diabetes and things of that sort. So they would not be able to eat these potatoes at all. We are thankful that we don't have those particular issues. So we have that, and so then I'm going to take some green beans and put those down as well on the sheet pan. So I'm just going to take a handful of green beans, and I'm just going to layer these over here. So that's where the green bean is gonna go, right there. So hopefully you guys can see what this is looking like so far. So I'm gonna take the potatoes and the rest of this stuff, move them back where they came from. We got to make room. All about making room. I got to make room, got to make room. So that's what that sheet pan is looking like so far. So let me get my trash going, put stuff in the trash so I can try to keep my area clean. So I do want to season my vegetables. So my green beans, they're going to get a little salt. And I'm going to get some salt on my potatoes as well. They're going to get some salt. And then I have some olive oil that I'm going to use. If I can find it, looks like my olive oil is missing. Don't know where it went. Hold on. Okay. Jaheen, where's my olive oil? Oh, never mind, I found it. Okay, it was hiding behind my protein powders, y'all. I got so many protein powders, it was hiding. And so I'm going to just drizzle some olive oil over all of the vegetables. Again, I'm doing a little drizzle over all of the vegetables. And then I'm just going to mix this up.
Yeah.
I found it. I was looking for the olive oil because you was hiding it from me. But then I found it because you were not a good job at hiding it from me. So that's what happened. Yeah, that's what happened. I'm positive that's what happened. That's my story and I'm sticking to it. Whatever. So this is my pan. And I'm gonna spread out the green beans a little bit more. And I didn't get really any olive oil on those green beans. Okay, so I'm gonna put this in the oven now. And that's it. That is an entire meal. It's actually 2 meals. That's 2 entire meals that you can have that will be cooked at once. Or if you're cooking for more than one person. Now, I did not weigh those chicken breasts, but they probably, I know at least one, they probably can be split in half or something that is for it. So if I'm just eyeballing it, it looks like I probably have enough for 3 to 4. I know it can at least be 2 adults and 1 child, maybe 2 adults and 3 kids. So it really just depends on what you're doing. So we have, so I'm gonna put this in the oven. So right now I'm moving my oven to 400, and then I'm gonna put this in here, and that's all it is. And so when this comes out, I will take some, let me try this. I will take some, it's already right here, some cinnamon, and put some cinnamon on the sweet potatoes. And this is just some olive oil, some spray olive oil. I forgot about that. I do like to put this on one spray over everything, so that really helps it. So it is 3:30. I'm going to put this one in. Okay, so now I'm technically done with I'm done with Clarence's food. So I'm moving on to my own, and I'm doing veggie stuff. So the first thing I want to do, so I'm going to be cooking some stir-fried vegetables, and I have these green beans, and they did not come in a steam bag, but I buy these little bags like this. They're steam bags, and you can buy them. They're called Ziploc bags, and it's called Steam and Serve. These bags are so nice. I really, really like these bags. Oh, wait a minute, y'all. I forgot about something new. Hold on. Hold on. I need a smaller pan because y'all, I got me some tofu. Y'all, got some tofu that I've been marinating, and I've been looking into the best way to make the tofu. And one of the recipes said that after you finish marinating, it's been marinating overnight, it's good to bake it. So I'm gonna bake it a little bit first before I put it in my stir fry. So that's my, oh Lord Jesus, y'all, it's tofu. Lord Jesus, what's going on with my life? Okay, so that's my tofu. And I'm gonna put this in the oven. Woo-saw. And let it cook a little bit. I think it's supposed to be more spread out than that though. I don't think that's gonna work. Y'all, I ain't never in my life did all of this stuff, okay? I'm just being extra, and I ain't never in my life. Never, ever, 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 ever. So I'm gonna put the tofu on here, and it's, yeah, this is gonna be interesting. I know, tofu, like, what's going on with my life for real? Like, who does this? But I've been researching it, and it's gonna go in my stir fry. But they said that it's good to bake first. So I'm gonna bake it first. I'm gonna follow the instructions of the people who eat this all the time, because I don't. Now, I marinated this in some garlic, some apple cider vinegar, and some seasonings and herbs and stuff, because that's what they told me, all right? That's what they told me, so that's what I'm putting on there. And I'm just trying to get my mind around the fact that I got tofu. Okay. We don't know what's going to happen. We're just going to pray and believe Jesus that we got some tofu going on. I don't know. But anyway, back to my vegetable bag, my steam bag. So I'm going to take these green beans and I'm going to put them in my steam bag because they are easier to stir fry and cook if they've already been steamed. And since I didn't have the ones that come already in the frozen steam bags, I keep these on hand. Now, you can put chicken in these. I put chicken in these. I put fish in these. I put all kind of stuff in these. All kind of stuff. Hey, Kelly. And so I am going to put these green beans in here, and it calls for just a little bit of water when you're doing it this way. You put a little bit of water, and I'm going to put a little bit of garlic in here as well, because y'all know everything I cook got garlic, and I want to make sure that good garlic flavor gets in it. Now, first I got to make sure and see how many dishes that I'm making with green beans, because that's going to help me understand how many I have. Now, I'm making, okay, green beans, cauliflower, onion, and tofu, and then I got cabbage and field rolls. Okay, so this is all the green beans I need, y'all. This is all the green beans I need. Okay, put a little water in there. Got my little water. And then I need my garlic in here as well. But I'm still trying to wrap my mind around the fact that I got some tofu in my oven. I still got some tofu in there. Hey, Miss Whitney, how are you? Listen, if y'all don't know Miss Whitney, I suggest that, you know, as soon as this broadcast is over, that you go to her page and you follow her. She is doing absolutely amazing things in our community, teaching classes, trying to help us be great. She's out there trying to help us be great. So please follow Miss Whitney. I approve her message, okay? I approve her message. Amazing, amazing woman. She's challenging me to be better. She is challenging me to be better. So let me do that. But now, one thing I just realized is I haven't had any water in a while. So, haven't had water since this morning. So let me get me some water in my system because I haven't had water. And so I want to do that before I do anything else. So I'm getting ready to chop up my cabbage and some onion. Cabbage and onion for my stir fry. And I'll get that going. You got to keep your water, got to stay hydrated. And y'all know the way we worship and sing in Church of the Harvest, child, my throat all dry. I done sung about 3-4 songs and yelled at Pastor Preach, Posey. Listen, been doing all that. So, but yeah. So let me get this stuff. You know, I'm always trying to clean up my area. I'm trying to learn to be better at cleaning up after myself. I'm trying to learn to be better with all of that, so I won't have such a mess when I'm done. Okay, so I'm using this for my cabbage. Got a bowl over here for my cabbage. I don't need my spray stuff anymore. And so, with this cabbage, now, okay, so here's the deal with my cabbage. Half of this cabbage I'm using to stir fry. The other half of the cabbage I'm keeping for an emergency, okay? I am keeping it for an emergency because later in the week, if I get hungry, I'm gonna show y'all how I do this. When I get hungry, I just slice me some cabbage just like this right here, and I spray it with this here olive oil spray, and I roast it in the oven and I eat it. Yes, I do. That's what I do. So half of the cabbage is staying for emergency. I may need some more cabbage later. So that's why all of it's not going in this meal over here, because I may need some of it later. I can't be messing up. I got to have, you got to have a backup plan in case my food run out, I get hungry and start eating too much. I need to know that I got some other stuff in there. So that's how this goes. So this is all I'm going to do for here. This is it. The rest of this goes back in the refrigerator. And I had a bag out, but I seem to have lost my bag, so let me get another one to put my storage in, because ain't nothing like being hungry and you don't know what you're going to eat. So part of my meal prep is to also plan, like, hey, if something goes wrong and I get extra hungry, what am I going to do? So I try to make sure that I got a plan for that kind of stuff, because I don't want to just be out there and not have a plan for my food. So let me put this in the refrigerator. Again, that's my emergency cabbage, okay? That's what we're going to call it, emergency cabbage. And then I'm going to finish slicing the rest of this up. So here's one of the things I've learned about fasting, okay? When it comes to fasting, people say, well, it's an inconvenience. I can't find anything to eat, all kind of stuff. It's supposed to be an inconvenience, okay? It's supposed to be. Fasting is to take your attention off of your distraction and focus more time on Jesus. So if you feel like you're struggling because you can't find nothing to eat, well, good. I mean, that's really what it's about, because instead of focusing on the food and what we're going to eat, we're supposed to be taking that time to really pray and think about, what is it that God wants from me? What am I asking God to do through this fast? Like, that's the whole goal of that, is to really make sure that we are that we're just not on a diet. This is not just a diet. This is not just eliminating something just because. We're people, when we're fasting, we're doing it for purpose. We want it's all for something. That's the big thing. We want to make sure that we recognize that we're asking God to do something for us, and we're showing Him that we're so committed to hearing His voice that we're going to remove our biggest distractions from our table and from our life. And for most of us to sit and say that I'm going to push my plate away from the table, to give God room to answer me, to give God room to move, that's a huge statement. That's a huge move to make. And so, I know some people, they say, well, when I get stressed, I can't eat. And if you use that to your advantage and say, I'm stressed and I don't have an appetite, then, instead of saying that, say, I'm stressed and I'm fasting. And instead of focusing on your problem or what you're quote unquote stressed about, then instead of doing that, say, okay, God, this is what's going on in my life. You already have an answer for this. You already know what's going on in this situation, so I'm believing that you're going to answer. Like that's the kind of life that I want us to live, because we aren't meant to walk around stressed. We aren't meant to walk around depressed. It's just not our design for life. And I'll tell you from, personally, this has been one of the hardest seasons of my life. And I'm not saying that from a spiritual perspective. I'm talking about from an emotional perspective, to go through, just grief and understanding that there is no expiration date for grief. And, we're always going to miss people, and we're always going to go through stuff. It's one thing to just pray about it and tell people about it. It's a whole nother thing to live it. And so I'm not saying this because I'm trying to preach something I don't know about. I'm telling you about my life. So that's where that comes from, is having a life that God can use you. That having a life where you're listening to God's voice, and you're listening not just to it, but you're also acting on what you hear. Those are some things that that just have challenged me, and that I'm trying to be better at in this season. And so I encourage everybody to really do that. And really, now if y'all keep seeing me looking at my phone, it's because I got my menu on my phone. I'm trying to make sure I know what I'm doing. Okay, so right now I'm going to do the cabbage, the field roast, and the onion stir fry. Okay, cabbage, field roast, and onion stir fry. So my field roast is here. And I told y'all about field roast last week. And field roast sausage is a vegan sausage. And it has a whole bunch of dried apples, Yukon potatoes, onion powder, all kind of stuff in it. Now, this is what I would say. This is not for everyone. And I say that because everybody can't eat everything. Just can't do it. I am eating this now. I will not allow this to be part of my daily life, because it does have wheat in it, it does have gluten in it, it does have those things in it that are not good for me. Now, you are a totally different person. You have to examine what's good for you. So for all of my, wonderful vegan friends who've been helping me out, during this time, I appreciate y'all. And this is great. And, I understand, that everyone does it for a different reason. And some of you, do it for, the animal cruelty and stuff like that. And that is, that's great. And I want y'all to continue, because somebody got to think about the animals, okay? Somebody got to. I'm going to think about them for about the next 15, 16 days, right? Me and the animals going to be at 1. Hey, Pryor. Me and the animals going to be at 1. How's your day? Anything fun happen? Huh? No. Okay. I'm going to think about the animals for about the next 15, 16 days. And I'm going to pray for the animals. And then I'm going to repent for how I've, misused the animals. And then I'm going to keep eating the animals. I'm going to tell you, I'm going to keep eating the animals. But I appreciate y'all who don't. Everybody got their own calling in life. I support yours, you support mine. I'm going to say the people, y'all say the animals. All right? So that's what we got going on right now. And these are, my little vegan sausages. And I'm going to tell y'all, they really are good. They don't have the consistency of a sausage. It's almost like a bread or something almost. It reminds you a little bit of like a cornbread stuffing. It has a kind of sage, taste to it. Something like that. But it's, that's what we got going on. And so I am, I'm going to go ahead and cut those up a little bit more. And so, okay, now I have to get my big skillet out. I got small skillets. I need a bigger skillet. So let me get my big skillet out. And I'm going to put this one right here. Put my other ones over here. And I'm going to turn that on. So I'm going to turn the camera a little bit. I'm going to push it a little bit over there so you guys can see more when I get to that direction. All right. So that's my thing with, if you're trying to say the animals, I got you 100%. Go for it. Save all the animals. The animals need saving. Praise the Lord. Somebody got to do it. It just ain't me. All right? Okay then. So that's my thing with that. I'm also going to add a little bit of carrots in on this for no other reason but because it gives me some color. So I'm going to throw some carrots over in with my cabbage. This kind of reminds me of St. Patrick's Day when my mom makes the corned beef and cabbage and onion and stuff. That's what it reminds me of with this. So get that going. I'm checking on my tofu, y'all. It's going on in there. Praise the Lord. It's going. Need to bring my little stove a little higher. All right. So my sheet pan meal is going well. I got my stove on for my onion and stuff and what I'm getting ready to make my stir fry. So this one is field roast sausage. I got an onion. It's a purple onion because I like that sweetness of it. Some cabbage and some carrots. I'm gonna put some garlic in it, some salt and some pepper, and I think that's it. I don't think I'm gonna do anything else with this. So this is gonna be 2 meals right here, and then I'm making another one that's 2 meals, and then I'm gonna have salads. That's gonna be about 2 or 3 meals. So that's 2, 4, 6, 7, 8. So that's 8 meals for me. I'll be good. So that'll be a good week for me. And then don't forget I got that backup cabbage. So the reason why it's not more than that is because I said in my post I was gonna talk about intermittent fasting. So let me tell y'all about this whole intermittent fasting deal. So a friend of mine named Miss Becky Mason has been talking about intermittent fasting for a long time. And I was like, oh, that's so great. I'm so happy that's working for you. That's just marvelous. Just marvelous. And I'm getting ready to weigh my onion. It's just for my own benefit. I'm not trying to source nothing out. I just want to know how much it weighs. But so she's been talking about intermittent fasting for a very long time. So I decided that I was going to try this whole, I just dropped some of my onion. Y'all, onion's so precious. I decided I'm going to try this intermittent fasting. Oh, that wasn't near as much onion as I thought it was. Okay. So what intermittent fasting is to not eat for a certain period of time. And that time frame is usually about 14 to 16 hours of no food. And I was like, okay, what's the big deal about it? What is it? So I started researching it. It actually has really good benefits. One of the things that it said was that it helps your system, your immune system, and a whole bunch of other stuff. It helps it reset. And so, that's always good, it helps your system reset and everything. So, no problems with that. And so I've been trying it this week. So what I do is usually I eat my last meal by about 8:30 p.m. I need to be earlier, but my life ain't set up like that right now. I eat my last meal about 8:30 p.m. And then I don't eat again until after 12:30 the next day. Now, one would think that, you can't eat all your food in a time frame or whatever. You can still get 3 meals in if you want to. I'm telling you, you can. But I just choose not to. I don't do my full 3 meals. I usually do about 2 meals. But if any of you guys have tried intermittent fasting or know anything about it, good, bad, or otherwise, leave me a message or inbox me. Let me know how it's worked for you. That's really important. And to know how that's worked for you. So that that's what I've been doing, is working on that. And so y'all, I just realized that all this time I still ain't got this doggone my thing ain't working, y'all. My thing ain't working. I'm trying to get this back on pressure cooker. It's working and it ain't working. Let me see. Cancel. Cook time is 45. It ain't been doing nothing. It's just sitting over here. I didn't realize it till now. See, because it's not like my other one. Clarence, will you come help me? Oh, never mind. I think I got it. Nope, I don't. Can you come here for a minute? Child, that thing ain't did nothing over there, y'all. It ain't took not one thing, okay? Just a hot mess and a shame. Ain't nothing going on over there. And that it's supposed to be done by now. Anyway, so if you guys know any information on intermittent fasting, please send me your information. Let me know what you tried, what you've done. Let me know, because I think, that's really important. I want to hear from others who have who've done it and how it's worked out for you. That's some stuff that I want to be part of. Right now I really can't say. I will tell you that I'm really not as hungry as I thought I would be. Today, I stopped eating last night at 8:30. Clarence, okay, hold on, y'all. I thought I was cooking stuff over here in the pressure cooker. I wasn't cooking nothing. So, can you put it on 45 minutes for me?
Oh, the pressure cooker?
Yeah, I thought I had an instant pot. Oh, okay, well.
I was just going to go to 30.
Okay, put it on 30 then, because that's probably what happened. But I did something and it said 45.
That wasn't pressure cooking, man.
I don't know what happened.
You probably done low tip cook. Let me stop it.
I don't know. So if you've done this and it has worked well for you, and it's been something that that you got good information on, especially if your doctors talk to you about it or whatever, I welcome your information. I welcome learning more about it. Okay, what you do to do it?
Just brisk cooking when it cook time at 30.
I don't know what I did.
Try to go to 45, kept me 7.
Oh, y'all, I ain't cooked nothing for Clarence. He ain't got nothing. That's your food, child. I've been over here messing it up.
What is it?
Soup, your chicken soup. So yeah, so that's where I am with that. So it's been really interesting for me. I have not been hungry like I thought I would be. Nothing like that. And I should have known, because Clarence probably been doing intermittent fast his whole life. He very rarely eats at work or anything like that. So it's nothing new to us. We just didn't have a name for it. I'll put it that way. It just was not a name for it. But yeah, so I'm trying it out for the first time, and I have no complaints for it. It's been good for me. So if you guys have any information, know anything about it, let me know. I'm still researching. What'd you say?
Where did that fruit that was over here?
It's on the table in the other room. You want me to get it for you?
Do your video. Don't read your people.
Okay, so but yeah, so that's what I've been working on, and it's I even have a little app on my phone. Is that when I finish eating my last meal, I click on there, start fasting, and then it starts a countdown. It says 16 hours, and then I always look at it. It'd be like it'll show I've only been fasting for 4 hours. I'm like, Jesus, it felt like 10. But I've kind of gotten used to it now, and it's not that big of a deal for me. So I'm really proud of myself that I've been able to do this for as long as I have. So my tofu's still down there. It's just cooking. Listen, I got hopes for this tofu, y'all. I got hopes for it. We're gonna believe God for that tofu. I'm gonna get ready to cook it as soon as I finish this. I'm getting ready to cook it, and I'm just believing God that it's gonna taste like something. Because I don't know what it's gonna taste like, but it's gonna taste like something. But I'm going to put some of my zesty herb seasoning in this one right here, because it's nothing but garlic and stuff like that, and my salt. But so anyway, that's my thing about the intermittent fasting. I'm gonna actually start. I got a few surprises, a few things that I'm working on that people been telling me about, and stuff I need to be moving in and stuff like that. Got a few things, y'all. I'm actually moving in some of the things that that people have been talking to me about, that I know that I can do well, and I've let circumstances and situations, pause me from doing some of them. So I'm actually getting ready to release a few things out there, and I'm gonna need y'all support on them. So it's gonna be pretty cool. So I'm gonna let that finish cooking down some more. That's just the vegetables. I haven't put the sausage in there yet. And then I'm going to do my tofu with my green beans and everything. So, whew, let me get this tofu out. Y'all, this tofu, I just don't stress my own self about this tofu. Cause child, I don't know nothing about this. So here go the tofu. And this is what it looked like right now. That's what the tofu looked like in the little pan and stuff. That's it. That's a little tofu. I'm gonna put it. Now the website said that after you bake it a little bit, it's good to pan fry it before you put your other vegetables in there. So I'm gonna do what the website said. And I'm going to do a little pan fry on the tofu, y'all. Do a little pan fry on the tofu. So, look, I got a little happy with this olive oil just a second ago. I need to make sure, okay, I ain't getting none over there. I was like, I got a little happy with the olive oil. So, I'm going to put the tofu. Y'all praying, because I'm going to have to eat this week, y'all. I'm going to have to eat it. Now, this vegetable right here, this one right here is going to be good. I ain't got no problems with this. But this tofu is what we got to pray about. We got to pray about this tofu. I'm going to go ahead and put my onion in there. Go ahead and put that. Whew, I think I'm stressing about this tofu. Now, my green beans going in the tofu too. Because in all my meals, I got to have some greenery. Got to have some greenery in every meal. But this here tofu, y'all, I don't know. And again, I'm gonna tell y'all, this is not something that I'm going to be eating every day of my life. For tofu, this probably may be 1-2 times a year, because they have products that they have ingredients in it that don't necessarily work well with my life and my body. So this is something that I'm just submitting to God right now, that I'm just going to believe God that my body is going to be able to handle while I'm doing this, and we're just going to go from there. So I'm going to chop up my sausages just a little bit more before I put them in here with my cabbage and carrots and onions and stuff. Now I'm going to tell y'all, I'm going to enjoy this one. This one right here, this is going to be good. I have no concerns about this one. Not one concern. Look at that right there. I have no concerns about this. This one right here is going to be amazing. This one is going to be amazing. So I don't even really care. This one right here, it's just going to sit over here, and it's just going to marinate within itself with that cabbage and the onion and carrots and this little sausage with that little herby sage seasoning. This right here is going to bless my life. I probably eat this about 4, 5, 10, 12, 20 times this year. I'm just saying, I'm probably going to eat that a few times. That's going to happen. Now, I'm working on some other stuff. Now, I've been, some of my vegan friends been challenging me to eat some different type stuff. So, I'm probably next week, I'm going to take it up a notch. And I'm probably going to try a different product and see how that works. That's all I can say about that. I'm going to try it. I'll try it. Probably won't ever eat it again, but I'll try it. Because that's one thing that I want to make sure is that, you know, through this process, excuse me, God, for being out in the camera, through this process, I also want to challenge myself in my thinking, because sometimes, you know, we don't eat stuff, or we don't, you know, have certain things because we're not used to them. But it doesn't mean that it's not good for us, and it doesn't mean that it's just something that we've never had before. And so I want to challenge my thinking on a lot of stuff like that, because too many times I won't have something just because I've never had it before, and that's not a good way to think about stuff. Now I just looked over at my onions, and I don't have a lot of onion over there because I put most of it in my other dish. So I'm trying to see. I'm gonna have to get me another onion in here because I love me some onion and garlic. It's just my favorite flavors of life. I just love it. So I'm going to quickly get me another onion and just give me a little bit more onion because I need to help this tofu. Y'all, I got to help this tofu. Because this tofu is stressing me, y'all. It's stressing me. So whatever I can think of that's going to help this tofu, I'm going to do it. So let me get a quarter of this onion right here. Let me get some of this. I'm just going to chop it up just a little bit more, and I'm going to throw it right here in this pan. Right here in the pan, okay? Because I'm nervous about this here tofu. And I want to give the tofu a chance. I want to give the tofu a chance. So I'm going to get that in here. Now I'm getting ready to add the tofu in. I'm going to add the tofu because it said that it needs to cook with the stuff, okay? So I'm going to add the tofu. Ooh, y'all. And it says to just let it sit, just let it sit and let it fry, and that it's going to stick to the pan, and that's what it's supposed to do, but it will release once it browns. Sound like a hot mess to me, but I'm going for it. If anybody out there ever cooks some tofu, whether you watch it now or watching later, let me know. Okay, it's about time for me to check on my sheet pan meal and see how that's doing in there. I'm almost got all my tofu over here. All right, the tofu in there. Woo. Okay, so I'm going to move this. And I'm going to let that tofu settle right there, okay? I'm just going to let that cook. I'm going to let it do what it do. And we're going to believe God. Okay. So it looks like my sheet pan meal right there done. And then, yes, this one right here is smelling so wonderful. Yes. This right here, y'all. Eat this any day of the week. They got my onions, my cabbage, carrots, garlic. They got it all right there. It's all right there. I'm going to go ahead and turn that one all the way to the down. Let it just simmer just a little bit. Let that simmer a little bit. Let me check on my sheet pan meal. Now remember, my sheet pan meal got chicken and some potatoes and some green beans going on. Oh, y'all, look at it. Look at that. Can you see it? Look at it. That's my sheet pan. Let me bring it over here so y'all can see it all together. Look at that. I'm trying to get it where the light is so y'all can see. Let me see. Oh no, but that's my sheet pan. That's 2 pieces of chicken and all of the stuff right there. So that's what we got going on with this stuff. So that's basically done. I'm just gonna turn the oven off for just a little bit. I do, Becky, I really do. So I'll have to stuff that I so many things that I need to get for all of this. But it's working out. So my tofu seems to be doing all right. It's doing what they said it was going to do. So it's browning up in there. That's what they said. That's what they said. They said it was going to brown. They said, Trish, is so good. It's so easy. Like it's a no thought meal. That's what I like about that one. That is a no thought meal. I don't have to think about it. Now, listen, I know everybody don't do this. we keep stuff like this. Listen, we get stuff from other people. We keep stuff. We done had this so long. It's a crock pot. What's that? Some kind of butter stuff. But it's fake butter. It's margarine type stuff. So not something we condone in every day of our life. But we keep stuff like this because it's good to use for meals such as this. Y'all look, got me a free, like a 2-in-1. Buy one thing, get something else. So this is going over in here. And I am done with this, okay? And I know everybody don't keep their butter tubs and they different stuff, but we do around here. And I'll take it from other people's house. If I'm at somebody's house and they using the last of something in a tub, you think I won't take it? So that's a free container for me. That's one less thing I have to buy from Dollar Tree. So I am going to take it. So this one is done. I'm not going to put the top all the way on it because it's still, you know, cooking and stuff. But I'm going to put it over here and let it chill out. Let that go right there. And then I'm getting ready to make room for my sheet pan that I didn't have room before. So my sheet pan meal is over there. And that's done. My turn the oven off. I already did that. Now my tofu, it is frying like they said. It's doing what they said it was gonna do. Yeah, it's doing whatever they said. That's what it's doing. It's still very interesting to me. So that's doing. Now my last thing that I'm gonna do is I'm gonna eat salad this week, and so I would like to prepare my salads in advance because I don't like doing it every time I want to eat a salad. So I will put everything in a bag. That's my garbage bowl. I put everything in a bag and then I can just dump it out. So one thing that I did this week is I'm looking at easy stuff is I bought a pre-made salad bag. So this one is an Asian chopped salad kit. Is what this is. This one comes with, it says lettuce, blend, almonds, wonton strips, and a sesame ginger dressing. Now, what I like about it is you can take what you want, and then you can leave the rest. So I'm going to take the lettuce and the carrots and all of that, put some of that over here. Now, they never have enough of the good stuff for me. It's very rare they have enough of the good stuff. So I'm going to add more carrots to it. No problem, Trish. Talk to you later. I'm going to add more of the carrots. And I have some more spinach as well that I'm going to add that I chopped up last night. So I chopped some spinach up last night. And it looks like it needs to be chopped up a little bit more. So let me get my handy knife over here. And I'm going to chop up the spinach just a little bit more. And put that over in there. So I got my spinach and my carrots and stuff, and that's going to be all mixed up, okay? So that's my little salad portion. Now, let me check on this old tofu. They said it takes about 8 minutes on each side. Yep, there it goes. And they said, oops, you turn it over, y'all. It surely did. You turn it over, and it just crisp right on up. All right, then. Who knew, y'all? Who knew? So now that I know it actually works, I'm just going to mix it in here with my onion and stuff. And let that keep frying. So let it keep on going. So it's doing what they said it was going to do. And it's supposed to take on the flavor of whatever you're cooking it with. So I'm going to just sit there and let that keep cooking. So I have my salad right here. So that's my lettuce. And then I also want some sweet pepper and some cucumbers and some radish. So I'm going to get those as well, and I'm going to put those in here. And so, so my cucumbers and radish and stuff like that. I really have never really eaten radishes before. I tried them last night and they're not bad at all. Some people say they fry radishes. I looked it up, and fried radish is a thing. So I may try that one day. I don't know. So just different things that I'm going to add to the salad. Also, it just gives it color. It just gives it some color. Because, you know, I'm all about, I try to make sure that everything I eat has different colors in it. And I don't want just various colors of brown. That's my thing with that. I just don't want various colors of brown. So with my salad, I try to be as colorful as possible. I know I'm going to have green. So I'm adding some red in here from the radishes. And then I'm going to also add some red for yellow peppers as well. So again, something new. I'm just trying to branch out. I had these out last night and washed them up and stuff last night. And so if I could keep tossing my tofu over here. Yeah, I'm just, whew, it's just amazing me that I'm getting ready to eat some tofu. This is just amazing to me. That this is my life. So, you know, I'm all about that. All about it. And so let me get, I probably need some more tofu because that's so little. Not tofu, some more radishes. Let me do one more radish. If you guys can think of some other salad toppings that I should try, let me know. I'm trying to think of all the different things that will go well, you know, in a salad. Okay, so I have my, got some radishes there, and then I'm gonna do some sweet peppers. Some sweet peppers as well. It's like one of my favorite things to put in a salad. And my sweet peppers. And I like the little ones because I can just, you know, do them and they're in little rings and I just throw them in there. Okay? Love that. So what other salad toppings should I try right now that y'all believe go well on a salad? I'm trying to keep it low carb, whole food type stuff. So I need all the suggestions y'all can give me. And I'm usually not a very adventurous eater. So that's why some of this stuff is challenging me. Especially that tofu over there. And I still got to put the green beans in there, but I'm going to let it, they say let it cook until it, you know, the longer you let it cook, the more the texture, the better the texture is. So, trying to go with what the people told me, y'all. Trying to do what the people told me. Okay? And then, I have to put, oh yeah, I forgot my garlic. And so the other thing I'm going to put in with the tofu is some salsa. Because I told y'all, salsa is really, really good to add flavor, to stuff. Salsa is really, really good for that. It's to add some good flavor in with what you're doing. So that's going to be something else that will be a good addition. So I'm going to let that cook a little bit more. So I'm going to put a few more peppers in here because you can't even see the peppers. It's so much of the lettuce and stuff. So this salad is going to be like 3 days, 3 salads worth for me. So this is what I will be doing for 3 of my meals. And then I also have some walnuts that I'm going to be adding. But I'm not going to put walnuts actually in the salad right now, but I don't want them to wilt. So if I was adding like chicken and eggs and stuff to this, I would also, and what I would do with that is I would layer it. I would put like the chicken down first, and I put the chicken in the bag first, and then the lettuce or the spinach. and then cucumbers and stuff like that. So it's a layering technique that goes along with that. Now I'm trying to get all these peppers because I bought these last week and they're not going to be good another week. So I'm trying to get all these peppers in here. So, you know, it's just different things that you guys can, that you can do when it comes to salads and stuff. You just kind of have to be adventurous so it doesn't get boring to you. That's the biggest thing. Be adventurous so it doesn't get boring. And then have fun with it. So I'm trying to be adventurous and, you know, with this whole vegetarian thing, I'm trying. It's, you know, I don't even know if it's, I think it's more vegan than vegetarian at this point. So, all right. So it looks like most of it has cooked pretty well. I know that I know what I would do different. I think the next time if I ever do this again, I would put the I'd probably put the tofu in the air fryer or something. That's probably what I would do, is put it in the air fryer or something like that. That's the change I would make. I'll put the tofu in the air fryer, let it get done over there, and then I would go from there. So yeah, so that's what. So I'm almost done with this salad. I got like 3 more peppers to cut up, and so you know. Here's the thing I have to tell y'all. Listen to me very carefully. If you try the intermittent fasting, make sure your first meal is not a very fatty meal. You know, do something like some soup or, you know, protein shake or something light, because when I tell y'all that the first time I tried it, I finished my first meal was this juicy, buttery, cheesy, fatty ribeye steak. And when I tell y'all, my stomach was messed up for days. Come on, days. Like for real days. Like it was a mess. So yeah. So take it from me. Don't do it. Don't do it. So I'm done with chopping my vegetables after this one. And so now I'm going to get me 3 quart-sized bags. I hope I got 3 in here. Let me see. Oh, I just got 3. Look at Jesus. Okay. All right, tofu, y'all doing y'all thing. So I'm gonna go ahead and put my green beans in here. So those were the ones that I had earlier. Remember the green beans? Because you got to have something green. Gotta have something green in each one of my meals. So I'm going to put my green beans over here with the tofu. And there is like a marinade salad dressing that I was using with this. And I'm going to find that. Here it is. It's from Bragg's. I don't know if you can see it. It's from Bragg's, and it's like a Hawaiian dressing and marinade. And so I'm going to pour that in there. Move that around so I'll get on it, and then I'm just going to let that cook down. And that meal will be complete. At least I hope so. Jesus. Oh, I forgot. And my salsa. Now this is a pineapple salsa from Newman's Own. I love adding salsa to my dishes. And this one is just a roasted garlic salsa. So that adds, again, some more color. It makes it a little bit creamy, and it gives it a really good flavor. So I like to add salsa to my stir fries because it adds just a little bit more flavor to it. So once I get all that mixed up, I'm going to spread it back out. And I'm just gonna let it go. Do what it does. And oh, that top doesn't fit on that one. Oh well, it'll be okay. So here's my salad. Mix my salad up with all the stuff I just added in here. Mix the salad up. Oh, you guys can't see any of this. Hold on. Hold, please. I forgot I moved it earlier. So let me make sure I don't drop anything. Oh, almost lost it. Stay right there. All right, there we go. So we're gonna get this. Here are my sausages I got to put up. So I'm gonna mix the salad up really good, and it's really colorful. Got all kind of good stuff in it. And I am going to add something that I found. Now this, what I'm getting ready to add is, this is not Daniel's Fast approved. So don't do this if you're strictly doing Daniel's Fast. This is nutritional yeast, okay? So I'm gonna add this in here. And what this is going to do is give me a little bit more protein. So that's just giving me a little bit more protein. So that's what that's good for. So I'm gonna add this in there because I need all the protein, because basically this is very minimum protein. Very, very minimum protein. So I'm gonna add that in there, and then I'm going to put a handful in my bags. And oh, I almost forgot, y'all. Look, I done found me some vegetarian cheese. Yes, I have. I'm sorry, some vegan cheese. It ain't even vegetarian, it's some vegan cheese. So this is my vegan cheese. I told you guys that this is going to be way longer than my previous ones, because I'm basically making stuff up as I go. So put some vegan cheese in there, and then I'm just going to put a handful of my salad. Put about a handful and a half of my salad. And then that's one. And so yeah, so that's what I have going on. This does come with some almonds and some other stuff, but I thought I wanted it, but now I don't. Oh wait a minute, I forgot my cheese. Forgot my vegan cheese. But again, this is what I say. For y'all who know me and know that, you know, my lifestyle and how I eat regularly, most of the stuff that I'm eating now, I will not be continuing. It's way more processed than my normal life is. It's just different stuff. It's different stuff that that just don't work with me in my world. So this is for this fast, is what I'm saying. I lost my other bag. Where did my bag go? I know I had 3. They all blending in. All my bags are starting to blend in. And I don't know, it's over here. So yeah, this is not stuff that I will be continuing for me. And it's just because, I try to eat whole foods and not a lot of processed stuff. And this is probably the most processed food that I consistently eat, that I prepared myself in 6 years. So I'm trying something because I am branching out and doing different things with different people, and I get a lot of questions about different products. So part of the reason why I'm doing this is part of the reason why I'm using some of the stuff that I'm using now is because people have asked me about these products, and I don't want to go all the time on what I've heard. I want to use my own information, my own knowledge with it. So yeah, so that's what I'm doing. This is it. I'm done for real, y'all. Like, this is everything that I'm gonna cook for today. This stuff back here is still back here cooking, but these are my meals. My soup is still over there. Child, I didn't even have it on right. So my soup is still over there. So yeah, so I'm just gonna let that go just a little bit longer. I do have some rice cauliflower. I'm gonna go ahead and add this on in here. And y'all, you know, as I told you, I try to do as many vegetables as possible. And so this is, again, this is just another layer of vegetable that I'm adding. And so I'm just gonna let this cook on in here as well. And so this really helps me get full because it does have so many vegetables in it. So that would definitely help. Now the one thing I have not added to this is salt. And I'm not going to add salt to it until I actually taste it because I don't know how salty those marinades are. I don't know. So I'm just going to sit there and let that cook and let that go on. And that cauliflower, because it was frozen, it's going to slow down the cooking on it. So I'm done. I have made a complete mess. I did not follow my plan that I wanted to follow. But I'm done. I've cooked everything that I want to cook. The soup over there is still cooking because I know how to work the pressure cooker. And yeah, and so I'm done. So if you guys have any questions, let me know. I will be happy to answer those questions for you. This, again, this is the sheet pan meal that I made earlier. I'm going to taste. That's good. Green bean is good with that. And so, if you guys have questions, let me know. I'll be happy to answer them. Some stuff I didn't even cook. I got more broccoli, green beans. Sometimes you have to change up. So I'm going to get this stuff together, and I have a few little containers that I use, and I'm going to get 2 of these out for Clarence's meals and get those up here. But what I will say is, please don't message me and ask me about a recipe. As y'all can see, oh, that's really good. I didn't use any. I didn't use any recipes at all. So yeah, so that's what that's what I have going on right now. And so I'm gonna just take these green beans and these other vegetables and just add, you know, a few of them. And I'll do, let me see, green beans and the white potatoes. Actually, I'll put a little bit of each. I'll just do a little bit of each. And so I will, so then when he heats this up. So yeah, so I will, I don't, you know, y'all saw me, I wasn't using, you know, recipes and stuff. I didn't get this stuff from anywhere. You didn't be checking anything. So when you ask me for recipes and I say I don't have them, I'm like really, really legit. Like, I don't know. I ain't got none. I didn't keep track of it. I didn't. So sorry. I want to do better with that probably one day. But right now this is all just winging it. So those two are Clarence's meals. And yeah, so anyway, I'm going to be wrapping up here, and I'll take a picture of the chicken soup when it's done. I'll get a picture of that. And this tofu madness over here is basically done. So I'm going to put that in a container. I have my 3 salads right here. I'm just going to pour these in a bowl when it's time to eat these. And I made salad dressing last week. So if you want to go online, you can see the salad dressing that I made. But it looks like this. The salad dressing I made looks like that. Really, really good salad dressing. And I'm done here. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. I am so sorry that it took as long as it did today, because I was just winging it. Like, I did no planning. Usually I at least think things out and try to figure out like what I'm going to do and how I'm going to cook it and what goes in first. I didn't do any of that today. So today was just raw, real, how it is when I'm in the kitchen, the messy, the whatever. But thank you guys so much for joining me. I really appreciate you guys and doing and hanging with me and learning with me, because you guys are learning with me through this process. So it's I have a few things to put up, put some stuff in the dishwasher, and then I'll go from there. If you guys have questions, be sure to text me. To inbox me. If you're watching this and it's later, it's not live. You know, post on it. Let me know that you have questions. Let me know that you're watching it, and then share. Help me, guys. Okay. Whew. I said this before. I am so bad at self-promotion. Help me promote myself, okay? So please share it. Please help me get things out. And if you're doing any events and I could show up and share even a portion of my life and what I'm doing, I want to do that, okay? So if you have anything, please think of me. I appreciate you guys. Love you. Have a great rest of your day on this Sunday and be blessed.